Hey everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hey everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm here on my own so far. I'm just waiting for anyone to come. Hi, Lefty Jane. How are you? So good to see you. Hi, Brian. Great to see you guys. So good to see you. I'm just here to connect. I am literally just here to connect this with this community. Hi, Dan. It's so good to see everybody. Hello, Hunty Cream. What are you doing? Please tell me in the comments anything you want me to know about you, how you're doing, your life, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. I'm just here to express my gratitude to my friends, you all. I'm here to express gratitude for this community. Thank you. Thank you for every single thing you're doing. Thank you for every single way you're interacting and connecting with others to try to help us all survive authoritarianism. Hi, Molly. It's so good to see you. It's so wonderful to know people in this community. I feel we're becoming close. I really feel we're becoming close. Hi, ICO. Everyone, my name is Michelle. I go by MS on here, but it's Michelle. And I come on live basically to have conversations. So anything you want to say in the comments, if there's anything you want to comment on today, I would love to hear from you. I will read your comment. I will respond and we can have a conversation. I'm thinking about a lot of different things today. I'm thinking about how I'm looking around. Hi, Donna. So good to see you. Thank you for all of your participation and friendship. Okay, Anarchy in His Order is commenting, thank you. They're saying kudos to the Walmart workers who give extra food from the steam table. And Hunty Cream is saying, I love your butterflies. Are they stained glass? No, actually, they are just from one of these packages where it's a gift and it's a box. And when you open the box, stuff pops out. So these were literally folded in a little beautiful gift box that I opened and they popped out. I couldn't throw them away, so I had to hang them up. Anyway, thank you for noticing, Hunty Cream. How is everybody doing physically? How's your body? How's your mind? How are your thoughts? Are you staying stable? Are you staying grounded in reality? Are you staying healthy? It's very difficult. Oh, I'm so glad, Hunty Cream. They're saying my butterflies look good on camera. Thank you so much. Um, I'm looking around today and I'm worried. I'm looking around and I'm worried that no one is coming to our aid at the state level. How is it that states' rights were the most important thing until now? How is that possible? Right? States' rights only matters when the Republicans are in charge. How is that? Oh, Donna, thank you. She's telling me I'm out of my mind. Thank you. I connect with you. I connect with you. Okay. We have to keep each other sane. Molly is telling me she's wiped out. I send you my love. I send you my strength. I send you my healing energy. And I mean that. I mean that. Take good care of yourself. It's one of the most important things. Hi, Liberate Humanity. Great to see you. Oh, Hunty Cream is telling me it has to be blackmail. Why are the governors not doing anything? Why are the governors and the attorney generals not prosecuting any crime? Can we please understand? ICE is committing crimes. It doesn't matter what the regime is saying. We have laws on the books. I know they're ignoring the laws, but they're still the laws. We have to be grounded in what's legal and illegal, and we cannot question that for a second. The propaganda is starting to really mind control people. People are really feeling like governors, they can't do anything, right? They might, if governors do anything, then they're inviting martial law. Let me tell you, martial law is coming regardless. It is already in the works. We have a time to act now before martial law, and that window is closing. So if the governors are not trying to invite martial law, I mean, it's hard for me to even believe that necessarily because these people are highly educated and highly successful in business and politics. And Tim Waltz was a coach and he knows how to stand up to bullies. Like, what is happening? Are they being blackmailed? Perhaps. Are they being threatened that we don't know about? Are they talking to attorneys, personal attorneys, and their attorneys are telling them not to act? I don't really know. But what we're seeing is cowardice. What we're seeing is cowardice. And in that way, hi, Liberate Humanity. Hi. I like your hi. Okay, John is telling me I was depressed for 2 days after ICE murder in Minnesota, but have regained my equanimity. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so important that we honor our feelings. It's so important that we honor every single feeling we have. So thank you for acknowledging your depression. It's revolutionary for us to talk about feelings in the midst of authoritarian fascism, where there's a level of brutality. Um, Not that we haven't seen before. We've seen brutality in this country forever. Let's say a big expansion of brutality, a much more in your face brutality, and an illegal brutality, certainly. Hi, David. Thanks for joining. Hunty Cream is telling me Waltz is open that he receives nothing but death threats. Okay. However, that is part of being a politician. Thank you. He has to fight. Yes. I'm very sorry that politics has now turned deadly. However, these people swore an oath. It's the job now. They're under threat. They work for us. They're supposed to. They're supposed to work for us. They're supposed to protect us. Politicians are put in office as public servants. It's almost laughable at this point, isn't it? Public servants. Our public servants get into office and they get enriched. They get enriched by corporations and foreign lobbies and book deals and other types of, you know, where they can make money. And then once they're enriched, they are entrenched. That's how I see it. Let me know if you have any differing opinions. I certainly welcome. David said, hi, 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 hi. Hi, Johnny Five. Great to see you. Donna's telling me ICE is arriving in California now. We are next, Minnesota, soon. We're all next. They're coming for all of us. It's incomprehensible. It's really hard to process the stuff. That's why I come on here to try to process the incomprehensible. Thank you, Hunty Cream, for giving us this check into reality. They're telling me Project 2025 and 2026 both say that martial law is inevitable. It's coming. It's coming. Please don't think that any of us will cause martial law, or that any governor will cause martial law, or that any AG will cause martial law. Martial law is coming. If we don't give them a reason, they'll find a reason anyway. But the longer we wait, the more vulnerable we are, because then they can keep expanding and expanding and expanding. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act already expanded ICE by more than 10-fold. I think there may have been an additional bill or some type of appropriation, maybe recently, where they actually increased more spending for ICE. So the longer we wait, the less opportunity we will actually have to fight back effectively. The governors aren't doing it. They're not organizing their constituents. So I guess we have to. I heard in Minnesota, the labor unions are coming together. This is it. This is it. It's these powerful groups of people and labor unions, especially because they're economic engines for our society and our economy. These billionaires don't want to lose money. Hi, McQuaid. Great to see you. Liberate Humanity is telling me, are they getting in on the feeding off the carcass? Okay. Yeah, are they getting in on the feeding off the carcass? I mean, it kind of feels like it, doesn't it? It certainly seems like they're complicit to me. Um, Somebody said earlier, would you put yourself out there like that? And of course, nobody knows exactly what they would do in a situation like that. But I said, I believe absolutely. I would fucking die for this. I already assume I'm going to at some point. If a governor stepped up, if a congressperson stepped up, they would have a huge fucking following. Remember Kamala and the following that she had in 3 short months? Just imagine if a group of Democratic senators joined together in opposition. Just imagine. They could lead us. There is no reason they can't lead us. They're refusing. So then therefore they are complicit. Hi, Lisa Ann or Lisanne. Nice to see you. Anarchy is order is telling me. Some of us didn't think we could be targets of that brutality, but we're waking quickly. Yes, we are all a target. Every single one of us. Every single one of us that won't comply. Every single one of us that's not a white Christian nationalist. We're all on the enemies from within list. Donna's telling me, all of you read House of Putin, House of Trump by Craig Unger. Okay, this is a book, House of Putin, House of Trump by Craig Unger. Thank you for that recommendation. It sounds riveting. Let me know if you want to tell me anything else about it. Hunty Cream is telling me there was a further appropriating bill. Okay, thank you. And there's one up for vote soon. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying the facts. One thing I want you guys to know about me, I don't watch the news. So please always feel free to inform me of things. What I rely on is my community here to inform me. I don't trust the mainstream media. I don't trust a lot of independent media. I trust Substackers. Some of us on here are really radical people. So I don't watch the news because the exposure to it is very agitating. And I have to keep my head on. I have to keep healthy, physically and mentally. And if I watch speeches by the regime members, my central nervous system gets very activated and I get very enraged. So I rely on my community to tell me things. So feel free to tell me anything in the comments. How are you doing? Anything you're feeling or thinking, I want to hear. Liberate Humanity is telling me, I love this. Thank you. We must remember to care for our most vulnerable populations, build community agreements and plans for scarcity, organized violence against us. This is the way. This is the way. We start local. We start right next to us and we build networks of mutual aid for when there is scarcity, for when there are ICE attacks coming. One of somebody I was speaking to today, I told them they might be hiding one of their friends because a lot of their friends are immigrants. If you have a lot of friends that are immigrants or undocumented or documented, it doesn't matter anymore. If you have friends that are, people of color, indigenous peoples, it doesn't matter anymore. They're rounding everybody up. So we're the safe houses. That's us. We are the safe houses. So thank you for saying that. Donna, yes, fight with the unions, right? Yes, those unions in Minnesota, they're coming out. Let's go. Let's go. Hi, Beatrice. Great to see you. Hi, BC. So good to see you guys. Evangelist Dr. Muslim. Hello. Lee. Hi, Lee. Hi, Art. Great to see you guys. Feel free to say anything in the comments and I'll read it aloud and I'll love to interact with you. Hunty Cream is telling me Kamala just bent over and let Donnie walk all over her. Once the election was done, you are speaking my language. Don't forget Elon Musk helped hack the election. This is why I come here. This is why I come to social media, because you won't hear that in the media. You won't hear it. You won't hear the election was rigged in the media. You won't hear it. Okay, you won't hear in the media that Kamala conceded in record time, or at least it felt like it, to the world's most known pedophile, rapist, fraudster, cheater. Okay? You won't hear that. You'll hear it here. We can all talk about what we saw, a rigged election followed by complete, I want to say ignorance, but that's not the word, but ignoring what happened, right? We saw an election and then we saw silence after what appeared to be the most obviously rigged election on record. It wasn't the first, but it was definitely the most obvious. And plus, they admitted it. BC is telling me, good afternoon from Vegas. Hi, out in Vegas. So good to see you. Is it warm out there? It's cold over here in Jersey. Hi, Alan Eisenberg. Nice to see you. BC is laughing hilariously and saying same. We see what's up. Yes, we do. Hi, Karen C. Collector of Books. Donna is saying, we have too. Thousands of people went to Europe and the Pacific, and they were afraid but went, and they fought. That's right. My grandfather was one of them. This is one of the things that inspires me. He was only 20 years old, my grandfather. He was a tail gunner, and he died fighting Nazis in World War II. His plane fell in France. There's actually a memorial set up. My grandfather was 20 years old, and my father was not yet even born. So that's part of why I'm in this fight, 100% true. And that's why I feel like if my grandfather died at the age of 20, I can die too, if I have to. Why should he, but not me? That's how I see it. That's how I see it. BC is telling me I want justice for all the stalking Donald does. We need justice. We need justice. Victoria, hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Victoria Viste. BC is telling me I need to move past the anger, but he's stalking 24/7. You won't move past the anger. It's impossible. But you do need to take care of it, because anger, when our central nervous system is very activated with anger, gives us cortisol and adrenaline, and then that causes health problems. So I'm a therapist. I don't know if you guys know, but this means a lot to me, this feelings part. And what I want to tell you about anger is that you must acknowledge it. You must let yourself feel it, and then you must take care of it. Literally, you must care for that anger, because if you don't, it can make you ill. When our central nervous system is constantly activated, when we feel under threat, when we're angry, when we're enraged, it actually harms us. And that is exactly what they're trying to do here. It is very purposeful, and they're very effective. Donna's telling me some more. She's talking about the book. The book tells you how long and how the monster has worked with Russian mob. Also, who is taking money in Congress from Russia. Oh, okay. Well, this is really important. And the name of the book again, let me go back and make sure I can see it. Oh my gosh, I feel bad because it's back there. Oh yeah, the book's name is House of Putin, House of Trump by Craig Unger. Okay, so this is a book recommendation. According to Donna, it's telling us how long this goes back, his experience and recruitment as a Russian asset. Um, so, BC, you were telling me again that you want to move past your anger. So, please take care of it. I very much recommend breathing exercises. Okay. Do you do them? I got a great video. If you look in my posts, you know how you have activity and then you have posts on Substack? I have some articles about how to care for ourselves during this time. If you're interested, look at them. I have some links to videos and things that help me. Okay, please say hello to anybody you want in the comments. Art is telling me. I think we saw capitulation. Oh, I think we did. I think we saw capitulation. We saw it after the election. We're seeing it by Congress. We're seeing it by universities. We're seeing it by corporations. We saw capitulation to this regime immediately. Immediately. And it hasn't stopped or slowed down. So thank you, Art. I agree. Okay, so hi, Alan. Thanks for saying hi. Nice to see you here. Anybody comment, questions? Tell me how you're feeling, what you're thinking. Hunty Cream is telling me Trump is associated with the Russian mob and the Dixie Mafia. Here's the thing. I believe the pedophile ring was started by his father, Fred Trump. Ooh. You got a theory. You got a theory. It's possible. I've been starting to call it the Trump Epstein pedophile ring. Actually, no, the Trump Epstein sex trafficking ring. Okay, his name needs to be on this. It's not just Epstein. Trump is right up there. Hi, Victoria Biste. I see you, and thank you for saying hi. Donna Lawson. The monster's grandfather owned saloons and brothels. Abusing women is a family tradition. Well, Donna, you know the history of this family. This is, if not genetic, learned behavior. But I'm going to go as a combination of nature versus nurture. Liberate humanity is telling me. I love this. Don't forget that rage is from love, not hate. Ooh. Ooh. That could be my motto for today. Rage is from love, not hate. That's exactly right. Why do we feel so strongly about what's happening? Because we have empathy for each other. It's love. It's a really good point. BC is telling me, should we be too nice? Should we be nice to strongman Xi of Beijing? Should we be nice to any strongman? Also, what is a strong man? It's none of these fucking people. Am I too nice to him? David Page, how are you? Great to see you. Victoria. I can take a deep breath of catharsis. Victoria Vista is saying, Dems are not meeting the moment. Not even close. They're not even approximating meeting the moment. They're not even within earshot of meeting the moment. They're not even remotely close to meeting any semblance of any moment. We got to keep the pressure on these people in the states. State senators, governors, AGs. Hi, Zaitan. Great to see you. BC is saying political psychotherapy. Is that here? Is that now? I like to give it. I'm a psychotherapist. But if you want to tell me more about that, please do. Hey, Charlie. Great to see you, Charlie. Hey. You guys, I'm just here to connect and help and just try to get through this life. Sally Brown joined. Hello. Oh, Goldbrand. Goldbrand Roycium. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I see you a lot. I'm so glad to see you. Hunty Cream. They're saying, you've listened to the Sasha Riley tapes, right? I've listened to all of it, says Hunty Cream. I have as well. I have. Not everybody can listen to it. It's really traumatizing. stuff. You don't have to listen to it. If you feel like you can bear witness to a survivor of the Trump Epstein sex trafficking ring, Sasha Riley. You can look it up. It's all over Substack. There was an excellent interview done right here on Substack. And there's audio recordings of this testimony. And it's really hard to describe the level of sociopathy, of gruesome brutality. It's like I don't even have words for it. I'm sure a lot of people don't. But I'm so grateful to Sasha and his courage, his incredible courage to come forward. David Page is telling me Mary Trump's book. Trump's mother left her in the USA for 6 months when she was a toddler to settle affairs in Scotland. How could a mother do that? Father rewarded him for taking credit for others' work. Okay. Yeah. You see how these behaviors and personalities develop. Donald Trump, I think nobody ever said no to him, right? That's one of the things that there was never any limits or boundaries. And this is why he was such a perfect Russian asset. He's not used to taking no for an answer. So he had enough grandiosity to be okay with being a traitor out in the open. So he was very well selected for his role. Okay, David's just correcting. Trump's mother left Donald behind for 6 months when he was a toddler. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for correcting that. Yeah, that makes sense. I will tell you a little bit about when children are left. As long as there's another adult who's there meeting their needs, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Of course, mothers sometimes. So, for example, I work with a lot of undocumented immigrants. And a lot of mothers do have to leave their children so that they can go to another country and work. However, left with family members that are loving and nurturing and kind, it's okay. Of course, there may be ruptures to the attachment, but other caretakers can certainly fill the role if the mother is away. But what do we think about Donald Trump? Do we think that anyone in his family was a caretaker that was helpful? What do we think? No. Okay. Oh, Donna, this is an interesting comment you're making. Sasha is the yellow brick road to the whole horrific business in the Epstein files. Ooh, wow, the yellow brick road leading us. That's a really good metaphor. Hunty Cream saying more. So can you see how his testimony literally points to the fact that Trump's family is a founding member of the pedophile ring? He's given us so much needed info. He's a hero. I agree. He is a hero. He is a patriot. He is a hero. He is so brave. Sasha Riley is so brave, so courageous. And by the way, so are a lot of Americans. So are a lot of the wonderful people in our country, both citizens and denizens. We're very courageous people. People are putting their bodies on the line right now, right? People are fighting. And we don't have anyone backing us. There's no police backing us. There's no National Guard. The governors are saying whatever they're saying that basically makes it seem like we could start the violence. No, they have already started the violence. I agree with you, though. Hunty Cream, I agree with you. He's a hero. BC is telling me, I think Miss Donald Ghislaine Epstein is his real name. That's funny. And by the way, yes, I did call this episode Political Psychotherapy because Donald knows damn well I can crack his jaw. I like that. Political psychotherapy. Ooh, I might have to put that on my next title because you can title these things. I like that. Okay. Oh, God. BC is telling me that Fred Trump raped and beat Donald. It's absolutely believable. It's absolutely believable. Oh, I see you put your hashtag bet. Yeah, I bet. Hi, Jack Valenti. Nice to see you. Hi, Darla. We're just having conversations. Feel free to put any comments in the comments, any comments in the comments, and let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling, what you're thinking. David Page is telling me Trump's brother, that's Mary's father, was different. He worked hard. He became an Air Force pilot. The father hated him and tormented him to the point of suicide. I'm not even sure if I really fully knew all of that. I feel like now that you're saying it, it's like ringing a bell. But to be honest, I've never really learned too much about that. It's devastating. This family was monstrous. Um, his own family drove him to suicide. It's absolutely believable about what we're seeing. Auntie Cream is providing more information about Sasha Riley. They say, according to Sasha, there are 8 to 10 leaders of the ring who called the shots. One is Donald Trump. I believe another is Harlan Crow. Everybody should know who Harlan Crow is. He's one of the billionaires who pulls the strings of this illegal admin. Thank you. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but I have these memes that I've made called Nazi trading cards. I have 42 so far, and Harlan Crow is one of them. Harlan Crow is a billionaire funder, and one of his projects has been Clarence Thomas and also Ginny Thomas. He also, believe it or not, Harlan Crow is reported to have a signed copy of Mein Kampf. That's Hitler's seminal work. It is reported that Harlan Crow has the seminal work of Adolf Hitler signed by Adolf Hitler. This is what we're dealing with, you guys. It's real. BC is telling me that was the key takeaway listening to the first 2 Sasha tapes. Donna Lawson. Only his brothers and the abusive old man. BC is saying, I still have not listened to the 2 other tapes. I'm still processing the first. Oh my God, I know. It takes a while to process things, you guys, in this day and age that we're in. Things are so overwhelming. It takes time. So take that time. Ah, Donna, this is so great. She's talking about Sasha. She's saying he has lived for the murdered girls, the tortured girls. Part of his testimony, you guys, was that these monsters would make snuff films of small children, small little girls. This was part of his testimony. And so Donna is noticing a spiritual role that he's playing in this world, that Sasha Riley has lived for these girls. Thank you. Hi, Darla. Yes, Darla is telling me the whole regime is guilty. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. The whole regime and those that prop them up. The media, Congress, the Supreme Court, all branches of government, first of all, are traitorous. All three branches of government are traitorous. David Page. Okay, he's telling me all he was saying today, he read in Mary's book about Donald. I'm going to get that, the Mary Trump book about Donald. That sounds important. Okay, let's see what else. I'm just reading comments here. Hello, everybody. Feel free to join in the conversation. Auntie Cream is saying, oh, really? Harlan has more than a signed copy of Mein Kampf. There are reports that he has one of Goebbels' notebooks and one of his uniforms. Oh my God. He wears them. He is beyond mentally ill. What? Oh my God. He is like upset. He's like a fanboy of Nazi Germany. This is who is funding the Supreme Court, you guys. Somebody who has collected Nazi memorabilia puts the shit on. Fucking disgusting. Darla. Well, Darla, you're ahead of the pack. Darla's saying we've known since the 80s. You did. A lot of people didn't. They're just catching up. Okay. Finn joined. Hi, Finn. Nice to see you. We're just having a conversation here. I'm just here. When I come on live, I'm just here to connect. I'm here to be in community. The only way we can survive authoritarianism is with our community. One of the primary rules of being community is to stay grounded in reality. If everyone around you thinks that this is going to end at the 2026 elections, if there's a blue wave, they're on another fucking planet. If anyone thinks that this is going to end in 2029 after a 2028 election, they got another thing coming. This regime has no intention of leaving. They're not going to walk out the door. I want to have, if anybody could comment on this, I will love it. Putting a question out. No one's been able to answer this question for me. Who's going to make them leave? Who's going to make them walk out the goddamn door? Do you think that Congress is going to say you got to leave and they're going to leave? If let's say it'll never happen, but let's just say he was impeached. Let's just say he was even removed by the Senate. Again, this is a pipe dream, but let's just say, who is literally going to carry them out the door? We can only have a rule of law if people believe in the constitutional rule of law. We saw what happened after the 2020 election. We already know they don't believe in the peaceful transfer of power, so. Okay, anybody else join? I'm going to go back down. Hi, McAgnew. Great to see you. Okay, Darla's telling. Hi, CMDR. Thank you for joining. CMDR, cool. Darla is saying we have to stop it. I mean, she's right. She's right, you guys. It's up to us. It's up to us. And you can see it. Look at Minnesota. Who's out there? Who's out there fighting? Us. Right? Oh my God, I almost really, I don't even know. I was overwhelmed with anger, like we were talking about before, when I heard Tim Walz doing a real strong speech and telling people to help build a database. This was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Get out there and film ice. Help us make a database. Meanwhile, someone just got shot in the face for when they were videoing ice. You cannot make this shit up. If I was any governor, what I would be doing is I would be working at the local level with each district and helping those communities set up networks of mutual aid so that when people are sick, jobless, when there's scarcity, as was said before, that we have some systems of care. Also, I was learning today about the Democratic Governors Association. There's already a group set up for the Democratic governors. So then I was reading, well, what is the purpose? Well, one purpose is to get them reelected, Democratic governors. But another one is working collaboratively to come up with policy. Do you think they're doing that? Because they could. Do you know what they could do? They could join together the blue states and have an interstate compact. They could provide healthcare. They could provide all kinds of services. We need innovation. I don't see any innovation. Why the fuck is it that the fascists are the only ones innovating? And you know what? I want to correct that. Because now we're seeing that both parties are fascist. It's just that one is active and the other one is passive. Right? So when I say the fascists, it's the whole Congress to me at this point. It's the whole Congress to me at this point. There is nobody innovating against right wing policy. Nobody. There's nobody organizing the masses into strikes or boycotts or revolution. Of course, they could do that. Now, would they maybe be targeted by the regime? Maybe, but oh my God, anybody in Congress or the Senate, they could come out and say, "I'm going to lead the opposition or the revolution," and they would have a huge following. I wish that I was one of these people so I could lead the motherfucking revolution. I mean, I just think these people have an excellent opportunity to be patriots, to be heroes, to go down in history as fighting against America's Hitler. They're failing. Liberate Humanity is affirming, thank you, that it's going to have to be on us. But they're saying, but I don't know how we're going to do it. So many people are holding on to denialism. We are not a collective society, and we have been moved into fawn and freeze by the manipulative actions of our capitalist owners. Nailed it. Nailed it. I want to talk about denial. People who are in denial don't even know they're in it. That's the problem. They don't even know they're in it. Denial is so unconscious that only we can see people who are in denial. They can't even see it. And that's one of the biggest barriers, is that our human psychology, political psychology, our human psychology takes over sometimes. We don't always have a choice. Denial is unconscious. It kicks in when our mind is too overwhelmed to accept reality, essentially. But I do agree, people are stuck in it. Hunty Cream is telling me, yes, we are going to have to remove them. I urge everyone to prepare. How you do that is up to you. Remember, they are listening. Don't post your plans online. Don't research it at home. If you don't know how to set up a VPN and protect yourself, you must learn. This is very helpful, Hunty Cream. This is very helpful. And we never thought that we would have to protect all of these parts of our communications, but we do. And who knows? I might be on some list already, going to be round up. The only thing, I have privileges. We're not in Congress. We're less identifiable to the people they really want to target, right? I don't have as much power, so maybe I'm not as high on the list. Maybe I'm not on the list yet. But eventually, I just am going to assume that I will be on that enemies from within list. I've definitely talked publicly about what I think and believe. And for right now, I'm going to, because I feel it's my job as a human being in our country to be very loud, to never shut up. But yes, by the way, Hunty Cream, if you want to put up anything about setting up a VPN, I will share it. Like if you put up a post or anything, let me know. I would like to share it if you want to help people. David Page is saying, good point about making Trump leave when his term is done. Congress is now Republican ruled and they will never say no to Trump. SCOTUS Republicans all lied before Congress. Yes, they did during their confirmations. Thank you. They also passed Citizens United and presidential immunity. I'm just going to let that sit there. No one is forcing this regime to leave, you guys. If you think about it, the only people that could ever make them walk out would be some type of military, right? If somebody went in there with guns and said you have to leave because it's the end of your term and you were voted out, that would be about the only way. But they have the military. So who's going to remove them physically? Who's going to remove them from the Oval Office? Physically, not impeachment, not an election, because they're not going to comply. So, and then people will say, oh, well, when Trump dies, this whole thing will be over. No, the fuck it won't. This didn't start with Trump, and it's not gonna end with Trump. This started at least 50 years ago and has been an incremental construction of an incredibly powerful right wing. Who is the right wing? The billionaires. It's not MAGA, you guys. They're just brainwashed tools. Sure, are they right wing thinkers? Of course, but they're not the power. They didn't put Trump in office. The billionaires did. The SCOTUS did. He shouldn't have even been on the ballot. Elon Musk did. He fucked with the tabulations. Okay? Okay, let's see who else is here. Liberate Humanity is saying we do have the benefit of having been able to watch the Palestinian resistance and the resilience in these people. We can tap into our epigenetics that were given to us during the Great Depression. We need to learn. We need to lean into each other. I like that, and support each other as much as possible. Again, thank you. Thank you. This is the way. This is the way. Hunty cream. Don't breathe in the green gas. It's cancerous. They're deploying it on the streets everywhere. Oh my goodness. It poisons the soil and your bones. You must prepare properly. I guess we need some gas masks, huh? I guess we really need some gas masks. I never knew I'd have to have one. I know I had to have masks for COVID, but I just didn't know I'd be having a gas mask. Hi, the fourth turning point. Nice to see you. Hi, Sun Dependence. Great to see you. Darla's saying the Ford employee is the hero right now. The people, we're the heroes. We're inspiring each other. Sasha Riley's inspiring us. This employee is inspiring us. The death of Renee Nicole Good. We fight for that. You know, the kidnappings and murders and children being traumatized and terrorized. It's our fight to fight. I will never give up. I will never give up. Hi, Regina. Thank you for joining. BC. Will NATO or Khomeini kill Donald first? Okay. It ain't gonna be NATO. We have to talk about NATO. NATO does not exist without the United States. If the United States is not in NATO, it's something different than NATO. We need to accept that. Okay. The United States was a founding member of NATO and provides more than 50% of the defense of Greenland. So as soon as the USA starts to go attack the place where they are in charge of their defense, sorry guys, that means NATO no longer exists. Now, the other countries of NATO, they exist. Will they come together? It seems like they want to, but there's some big limitations. They don't have the same arsenal. They don't have the same funding. Some of the militaries in Europe are far better trained than our military. But when it comes to weaponry, when it comes to military capabilities, nobody can beat us, you guys. We need to look for an internal coup type, insurrection type, people within those circles. They got to come to our aid. They got to come to our aid. People that are on the inside. How about these, the information of all these ICE officers that was released? I mean, this is beautiful stuff, right? We need these people who have this information. I mean, that may have just been hacked, but over time, people will come out to help us. They'll take risks. They'll risk their lives. They'll risk their jobs to expose this regime. I hope. So I'm going with Khomeini on there, not NATO. Okay. Okay, great. This is another part of BC's comment. We are stuck in a pickle because folks have been raised to be docile. They organize based on Jesus or Gandhi or MLK. Meanwhile, this ain't nothing less than an existential crisis for me personally. Donald's is just a recruitment ad for the Stanky Clan. I love that. We have been, not only have we been raised to be docile, it's just that we have been oppressed, highly oppressed as a society. We've been lied to, manipulated, impoverished, abandoned, neglected. That's really the story here in America. We were manipulated to believe that we were free. Our little babies get slaughtered in school by weapons of war. Right-wing extremists have unfettered access to weapons of war. This is not a free country. That's not freedom. Freedom is not having to worry about mass shootings every day. Freedom is not being able to get an abortion based on what state you live in. So we're not free, but we were conditioned to believe we were. Masterfully manipulated by the oligarchs and their media companies. The oligarchs and their politicians. The oligarchs and their corporations. Right? This is what happened to America. So a lot of people don't even know what the hell is even going on. If you live in a deep red state, if you live in deep poverty in a red state, you probably don't even know what the fuck is going on right now. You just think, again, there's going to be an election in 2026. By the way, you guys, he's already talking about canceling those 2026 elections. I knew that already. That's not surprising me. Okay, let's see. Donna's telling me he said today that we should not have an election. I just said that. Look at us. We're so aligned. Sorry, I shouldn't be celebrating, but I do love it when we're so aligned. We probably won't have a 2026 election. It's very unlikely that we'll have a 2028 election. He's already talking about it. Remember in 2020 when he talked about having a continuation? That hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. Hi, useless human. Thank you for joining. Hunty Cream is saying about that green gas. Oh, it burns your skin too. You must wear a gas mask and cover all skin. This is community care. Thank you. Thank you. We have to help each other know how to prepare for being attacked. Get a gas mask and cover your skin. Never thought I'd be saying this, you guys. Darla's saying we have to take any inspiration we can. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I take inspiration from you, all of you guys. Joel. Hi, Joel. Great to see you. SD Butler Redux. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining. You guys, I'm just here connecting. Tell me anything you want in the comments. I'll read it and I'll respond. And I'm just so glad to be here with you. Donna is saying Hitler had the brown shirts shot. You need masks. Totally cover helmets. Hide wasp spray in case it's him or you. Gloves, boots. Don't bring dogs or children. Vets will come to our aid. I love that idea. I believe in veterans very much. I do. I believe in all kinds of Americans. We care. We care. Don't for one second think that these sociopaths outnumber us. They don't. They don't. The billionaires don't outnumber us, and nor do the sociopaths. The majority of people on this earth are mean. Don't ever forget that. Hannibal Barca, how are you? It's good to see you again. Hunty Cream is telling me. Donna's right. They will gas you, take you, blind you. You must assume they will go to your eyes and knees, protect your weak spots. Damn, see, we need this community education. I really would not even be able to know how to guide people with this. David Page saying, while Iran gets vilified for brutality, many do not realize that Iran is actually the most democratic government in the Middle East. Israel doesn't qualify as democratic because it is apartheid. Thank you. Also, IRC has greater women's rights than USA allies in Middle East. Iran refuses to privatize oil productions. What I know about Iran is not probably as much as you. I just know that it used to be much more democratic and that then they became more theocratic. That's all I kind of know. Let's see. I'm going to have to take you guys with me for a second to turn on my light because it's getting dark out. I must have been on here for like 45 minutes so far. So let's see what else you're saying. Hi, Marina. Thank you for joining. Oops, so I just dropped something, but everything is okay. Donna is saying, we won't have electricity, water, or food. This will happen soon. Stock up. The tech bros are all on meth and ketamine. This is so true. Putin will kill them too. Oh my God. Oh boy, there's so much to unpack there. First of all, I know it's so hard to believe this, you guys, but societal collapse is a possibility. Oh my God, I hate to even say that. They are willing to lose billions for this project. They're literally willing to lose money to oppress us. Hi, David Morris. Thank you for joining. BC is saying, I now see why they don't teach Malcolm X. Oh my gosh, so right, in K through 12. They want a docile population, easy to abduct, rape, and murder. You nailed it, BC. Hi, dead man. Great to see you. Liberate Humanity says, if you can, oh, this is a quote. Yes, if you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. He'll give him somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. Wow. LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. Thank you for also adding, yes, MAGA is very oppressed. MAGA is very oppressed. Yeah, you can hate them all you want, but they are severely oppressed. Okay, MAGA, they're poor and uneducated people. That's why they were the easiest to manipulate, right? This is how they choose their victims. Oh, this is a great idea from Donna. Start a garden, your own or community. Don't wait. So true. So true. We're trying to feed ourselves now. Find ways to feed yourself. Gardening, food co-ops. We will need alternative markets. We will need a whole alternative economy. We will need ways to exchange, trade, barter, share. There will be an entirely new society that forms outside of our political machine because the political machine won't be caring for us. So it's sort of like, yeah, we'll be having alternative markets and alternative economy. And in doing that, we can starve these motherfucking billionaires. Hi, Feldman. Nice to see you. Lisa Mendoza joined. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm just here connecting, reading people's comments, conversing. And I just want to tell you all, thank you. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Thank you for being able to accept reality. Thank you for not being too scared to speak up. Every single one of us here, we're leading the revolution. We're leading the opposition. We're leading the evolution. It's up to us. Every single one of us, we're the leaders. We can lead in our own world, our own microcosm. That's our job. Let's see. Donna's telling me Iran was the Cuba of the Middle East. Oh, say more if you want. Okay, David Page. Oh no, Iran was never more democratic. Okay, thank you for letting me know. It had a very brutal monarch. The only thing good was that it was very socially permissible. I see. Okay, but it practiced horrific torture. Okay. The worst aspect of IRC is that it maintained the Shah's brutal secret police, SAVAK. Oh, yeah. Thank you for this education. I really wouldn't know. I mean that. I love being educated by my community. I didn't study every part of history. I didn't study every country's history. I don't know. I need education and I take it seriously. Hunty Cream is saying, oh boy, I gotta take a deep breath. Control of the utilities is and will always be the biggest threat to resistance. Jesus fucking Christ. They will shut the water off and watch you die. Mm. It's like, I know this is true. I still feel almost dissociated from it because it's so overwhelming to think about it. But I know that you're not wrong, and I'm not in denial. Donna Lawson is saying, Teal thinks he can force the second coming of Jesus. MAGA will be getting the worst of this. Mhm. Peter Thiel is a fucking monster, you guys. This guy is disgusting. He is fully depraved, evil genius. I hate to say I hate to say any of these people are geniuses, but evil genius, that is a concept that applies here. David Page is saying the most democratic period for Iran was before oil became an economic wonder. Okay. Ever since Iran has been under threat, IRC is its best hope because small democracies are always brought down by outside money if their resources are coveted. Well, we're seeing that, aren't we? Boy, oh boy. We are seeing that. BC is saying if worse comes to worse, infiltrate ICE and treat the animals like marks. Take it back to the old school. It is kind of interesting to thinking about infiltrating ICE, and apparently somebody did it recently, and they didn't check their social media before, and they actually got hired. So, I think as years go on, we're going to see a lot more of that sabotage, really, from the inside. Let's see. Donna, yes, I'll highlight. These guys are insane. Yes, they are. Darla, thank you. She's telling me or somebody, thank you for helping. I say thank you back. Hi, Doug. Nice to see you. Oh, that's interesting. BC is saying, I keep thinking about the film Schindler's List. That was one of the most influential films of my life. Schindler's List. That was one of the most influential films of my life. They're saying, in the end, he cried because he failed to give every single penny to saving lives. That's right. That's right. The ending of that movie, the whole movie was incredible. See it, you guys, if you haven't. Schindler's List. Hunty Cream is saying it's moral and right to resist this illegal, I'm going to call it a regime. It's moral and right to resist this illegal regime. That's right, you guys. We cannot question what is legal or illegal right now. We know what's legal. We know what's illegal. Just because some psychopath, sociopath says this is legal now, that doesn't mean anything because there's laws. And unless the laws have been changed, murder is still illegal. Kidnapping is still illegal. We cannot question that. We cannot be doubting the laws. But that's what gaslighting and manipulation does. It makes us doubt reality. So that's why we've got to stick together. Darla says, I've wanted to infiltrate since the beginning. Darla, you might have a little mission there. Hi, Rob C. I know yesterday you said you weren't able to hear. I don't know if you can today. David Page is saying European Union's official position is that if IRC Iran has regime change, outside meddling is inappropriate and dangerous. Change should 100% be affected by Iranians inside Iran. Thank you for posting a video. Liberate Humanity is saying this is so helpful. I feel a lot less alone being able to talk in community with all of you. And the ASMR revolutionary talk is super soothing for my nervous system MS. I love it. The ASMR. I hope it's ASMR as much as I can make it be. Hunty Cream is saying everyone has to stop worrying about the legality of resistance when the lawmakers are literally illegally installed. Yes! Focus on your moral compass. Oh my God. Not what they think you should do. Let me just read that once again. Everyone has to stop worrying about the legality of resistance when the lawmakers are literally illegally installed. Focus on your moral compass, not what they think you should do. That goes for all the Democrats telling you whatever the fuck they're telling you. You got to go with your moral compass. They don't have moral compasses. None of these politicians do. Okay, I'll take out a few Elon Omar and, oh my God, I mean, Jasmine Crockett, maybe, AOC. Who else? Who are the humane people? The state senator, James Talarico, I've heard a lot of people say good things about. We have few marginalized voices in our state houses and Congress. Very few. The rest of the Democrats, especially what people call the corporate Democrats, they have lost their moral compass, or they didn't ever have one. Hi, Alan Eisenberg. Bye for now. Stay safe, stay alert. Thank you. I don't know if you already got off, but thank you. You can hear today, Rob C. says, hi, MS. LOL. I see you. Hi, Lee. Lee Holman joined David Morris. He just says he just had to block an anti-Antifa. Block that motherfucker. BC is talking about Thomas Paine and the social contract. Yes, tell me more. Thomas Paine. All of these some of the historical figures are really relevant right now in this fight. These voices from the past. Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Okay. She's saying more. Shift into the Bill of Rights mode, folks. Choose our roots. Ooh, yeah. Shift into the Bill of Rights. Yeah, Bill of Rights mode. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the other squad members. Thank you, David Page. I just couldn't think of their names. Yes, Ayanna Pressley. Very good. Rashida Tlaib. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the only Palestinian in Congress. I love them. Last night we were talking about Jamal Bowman. He was one of the people that I also, really respected. I helped his campaign in New York, and then he was targeted by AIPAC for speaking up against Israel. Right? So we have these very few marginalized voices in Congress, typically the House. There are some senators that don't take foreign lobby money. But overall, Senate and House, they haven't shown us that we can trust them. The Democrats keep voting along with MAGA. They voted against impeachment. They have voted for Trump's appointees. The Democrats have joined more with MAGA than they have done anything on their own or for the American people. Rob C., the entire Progressive Caucus is marginalized by the corporate Dems. Love the squad. So well said. So well said. The entire Progressive Caucus is marginalized by the corporate Dems. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Hi, Julin B. Thank you for joining. Lee is telling me. Yes, she says, or they're saying, isn't Antifa simply a fascist? Mm-hmm. If you're against Antifa, you're a fascist. That's exactly right. you nailed it. Donna is telling me you may have to kill. It is possible. I won't go with them. They will kill me where I stand at least. I mean, the fact that we're even having these conversations about our deaths, our likely deaths from standing up to torture, brutality, ethnic cleansing, genocide. I didn't know we would be having these conversations, but I am in it to the very fucking end. I can tell you that right now. I'm not going anywhere. Hunty Cream is saying everyone has their limits. I would never judge what another person does to resist the regime. But remember, compliance is death. The French taught that to their collaborators, or death, or Italy. Let me read that again. But remember, compliance is death. The French taught that to their collaborators, or Italy. Okay. Yes. No, I like that. I would never judge what another person does to resist. I really appreciate saying that because everybody resists differently. Everybody has different needs, limitations, and however people resist is valuable. Let's see. Okay, I'll read a few more comments, then I'll go in a few minutes. David Morris. Oh, you have no audio? Are you not hearing me? I don't know. I'm so sorry. That happened to Rob yesterday. Donna, same here. They will not capture or torture me. Okay, see, people are really knowing how they're going to face death if needed. That's so brave. I'm grieving that we're thinking like this, but it is incredibly brave. Donna's telling me Schumer takes money from Russia. God damn, we got a whole fucking cabinet. We got a whole fucking government of goddamn Russian assets. They're running all over the place. David Morris says he's got to go. Need to fix my audio. Okay. Rob C saying at least one will go with me. Tell me more what you were saying. Let me see. Donna, same here. They will not capture or torture me. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. So Rob, you're saying one of them's going to go with you. Okay. Now I get what you're saying. Well, anyway, you guys, it's been wonderful. I will be back. I will be back often. I love you guys, and I mean that. That's not an exaggeration. I will be here to love and care for you guys till my last breath. I promise. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.